Okay, so good evening. You are all welcome, and sorry for the delay. And I hope you can all hear me. Please, are you with me? Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, without wasting much of our time in today's class, we are going to look at the uh, general revision of the previous videos that I sent to you. So we are actually going to start with the glycoproteins. So let me ask you, I remember that I sent you video on glycoproteins. So what is glycoproteins? What are 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 glycoproteins? Is a type of protein molecule that has a carbohydrate attached to it. No, you can't just say a type of protein. Rather, you can say a glycoconjugate. We call them glycoconjugates. In biochemistry, we have a molecules that we call them glycoconjugates. Glycoconjugate, it means that there are molecules that have sugar and other molecules attached to them. So in this case, a glycoproteins are glycoconjugates that have a sugar and protein attached to it. So glycoproteins that are one or more carbohydrate chain. So there are proteins that have carbohydrate. Sorry, they are glycoconjugate that has carbohydrate or sugar and protein attached to it. So that is why they are called glycoproteins. So please, ladies and gentlemen, who can tell me what are the functions of glycoproteins? What are the functions of glycoproteins? I think I made mention to their functions in our video. So what are the functions of glycoproteins? What are the functions of glycoproteins? Function. What are the functions of glycoproteins? Yeah, excellent. Examples of glycoproteins, we have erythropoietin, which used in the manufacturing or in the manufacturing of red blood cells. Yes, I agree. It acts as a structural component in reproductive immune system hormones and protections of cells and organisms. They are involved in reproduction. Okay, so now tell me how glycoproteins are involved in reproduction. I think we discussed about that. How how glycoproteins are involved in reproduction. I think we discussed this in anatomy. For those of you that are actually that joined my tutorial group or my tutorial on anatomy. I think the last time we talked about the function of glycoproteins in reproduction. So how? Please explain. Yeah, we are coming to the immune response. I agree that the glycoproteins are also very important in immune response. So we are coming to that. So let's now start to look at it from the point of how the glycoproteins are involved in reproduction. Yes, I agree, Abdullah Muhammad. They act as antibodies, that is, the help in cell to cell recognition. I also agree with that. So, I think if you could remember last time, ladies and gentlemen, in anatomy, we discussed how fertilization takes place before the sperm cell get itself into the nucleus of the cell. It has to break down the zona pellucida and then get itself into the egg cell, and then the sperm will release the nucleus for the fertilization to take place. So therefore, there are glycoproteins that are found in the zona pellucida, and for the fertilization to take place, the sperm cell must break down the glycoproteins before it gets itself into the egg cell. And then, of course, remember we have antigen and antibodies. So antigens are usually coming from the foreign organisms. Like for example, we have like assuming now you have, let's see, Salmonella typhi or Clostridium tetani bacteria. So body recognize the presence of those pathogens or those infectious agents through their antigen. So the antigen, they are glycoproteins, and then the antibodies that we produce to attack and neutralize the antigen from the infectious agent, they are also glycoproteins. So that is why they have an immune response. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, which of the types of immune response require the immune response, that is the interaction between antigen and antibodies. Remember, we have different types of immune system or immune response. So which type of immune response? I think if you watch my video on physiology, we discuss about the different type of immunity. We discuss about the innate immunity. We also discuss about the adaptive immunity. So therefore, I think we can clearly say this: number one, glycoproteins are used in the production of hormones, one, and then second, glycoproteins are used in the synthesis of red blood cells, glycoproteins are used in reproduction, glycoproteins are used in cell to cell recognition, glycoproteins are used in cell to cell adhesion. So what are the types of what are the types of glycoproteins? What are the types of glycoproteins we have? How many types of glycoproteins do we have? No. How many types of glycoproteins do we have? Excellent. We have two types of glycoproteins. So what are they? Please mention them. Excellent. So mention them. We have two types. So mention the types of the glycoprotein. We have two types of them. No. That means you are not watching the videos that I used to send you. You cannot mention the types of the glycoproteins. What are the types of glycoproteins? I agree there are two. So mention them. What and what do we have? Okay, excellent. Prosper Adeki and Tosin. Yes, we have N and O linked glycoproteins. So glycoproteins are defined and classified based on the types of the linkage. So we have N linked glycoproteins and we have O linked glycoproteins. So, and in addition, ladies and gentlemen, remember we have different blood group types. We have A blood group, we have we have A blood group, we have B blood groups, we have AB blood groups, and we have O blood groups. So now the question is, you see, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, I know that you may be too much engaged now, but I'm telling you, you should try as much as possible to participate. You spend a lot of You spend huge amount of money and your major aim is to pass and graduate. So I'm telling you, you should try as much as possible to make sure that you are attending some of these lectures. Okay. So remember we have different blood groups. So now the question is, what make blood groups A differ from blood groups B? What make blood groups A and B differ from blood groups AB? What makes blood group AB differ from blood groups O is because they possess some sugars. So, what are the sugars that are found in blood group A? And what are the sugars that are found in blood group B? So, now let's start with the sugars that are found in blood group A. So, what is the name of the sugar that are found in blood group A? What are the names of sugars that are found in blood group A? Okay, Victory Obert says N-acetyl galactosamine. What are the sugars that are found in blood group A? Elizabeth also said N-acetyl galactosamine. The different types of blood groups differ based on the presence or absence of specific antigen on the surface of the red blood cells and the corresponding antibodies in the plasma. So the answer is actually A blood groups have N-acetyl galactosamine on the surface of the red blood cells, and that is why they are blood group A. So then the next thing is, what is the sugar that is found on blood group B? The sugar found in blood group B is what? Excellent, Prosper, is galactose. Then what about the sugar that found in blood group A and B? A sugar found on the surface of blood group AB. I'm seeing. I'm still. I will take attendance. I will take attendance today. Yes, excellent, Victoria Abbott. So an individual with blood group B has galactose and N-acetylgalactosamine on the surface of their red blood cell. Brilliant and excellent. Yes, Aisha Abdul Karim. They has both the sugars. Chidima, I agree with that. So then the next after this, ladies and gentlemen, these are the sugars that are found on the different blood group types, and that is why they are differ from one another. Brilliant and excellent. So, so then the next thing now, the next question is, we are now going to start with the nucleic acids. We are going to start with nucleic acids. How many types of nucleic acid do we have? How many types of nucleic acid do we have? How many types of nucleic acid do we have? Okay, we have two types of nucleic acids. So mention them. Mention them. Mention the two types of nucleic acids. Excellent. Idara Friday. We have DNA and RNA. So DNA and RNA are the two types of nucleic acid. So what is the full meaning of DNA? What is the full meaning of DNA? What is the full meaning of DNA? Yes, the DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. Idara, excellent. DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. Sharifat, I saw your comment. Lucy, also, I saw your comment. Deoxyribonucleic acid. Yes, we have deoxyribonucleic acid. Then what is the full meaning of DNA? Sorry, what is the full meaning of RNA? What is the full meaning of RNA? Excellent. RNA is ribonucleic acids. Okay. So now, where do we find DNA in a cell? Where do we find DNA in a cell? Where and where can we find DNA in a cell? Okay. Lanu said nucleus. Only in the nucleus? Only in the nucleus? Is it only where we get the DNA? Is it only in the nucleus? Is it only in the nucleus? Okay, nucleus and mitochondria. Okay, someone said nucleus and mitochondria. Yes, I agree. We have DNA in the nucleus and mitochondria. So is it only nucleus and mitochondria? Is there any organelles of the cells that contain DNA? Excellent, Idara. Chloroplast, nucleus, and mitochondria. Idara, it seems like you are very functional in watching most of our videos. I have seen your comment. God bless you. You are trying, Idara. Keep it up. You will definitely see the result. So we have it in the nucleus, we have it in the mitochondria, and we also have it in the chloroplast of a cell. So now, the next thing, where do we find RNA in a cell? Where do we have RNA in a cell? The RNA, where do we find it in a cell? I mean, that you are welcome. Where do we have RNA in a cell? RNA. Where do we have RNA in a cell? The RNA is found everywhere, all part of the cell. Excellent, 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 Kumato, excellent. It's found everywhere, not only in cytoplasm. You can find it everywhere, every part of the cells. You can have RNA is there. Yes, so you can find RNA everywhere in a cell. All part of the cells contain RNA. So now, what are the building block of DNA? What are the components of DNA? Or let me just start with what is DNA? 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 You see, all this thing that I am asking you, all this that I am asking is what will be seen in your examination. I'm not asking the full meaning of DNA now. I'm asking about what is DNA. I'm not asking about the full meaning. Rather, now I am asking about the DNA. What is DNA? The DNA it carries the genetics material of an individual. Yeah, this one is like you are trying to give me the functions of DNA. I'm talking about biochemically because we are doing chemistry of macromolecules. What is DNA? Define DNA chemically. No, no, I said chemically. What is DNA? Okay, excellent. It is a polymer of nucleotide. Chizuba, excellent. That is the correct definition. A DNA is a polymer. A DNA is a polymer of nucleotides. So all those things that you are saying, you are just describing DNA. So I said, what is DNA? Defined DNA chemically. So whenever you ask to define DNA, it is a polymer of nucleotides. It is what? A polymer of nucleotides. So it's only Chizuba that was able to define it correctly. So you see, that is why sometimes if you ask a question, ladies and gentlemen, you have to be very careful and look at the question very well before you just start answering. When I said define DNA chemically, you start. Even if just someone said, okay, define DNA, you can just say, okay, DNA is a polymer of nucleotides that contain genetic material or that contain genetic information. So that is the definition. So then the next thing is Ladies and gentlemen, why is it that the DNA is considered as a language of life? Why DNA is considered as a language of life? That is the next question. Why DNA is considered as a language of life? Why DNA is considered as a, because it contains genetic material. The genetic material is the DNA. So why the DNA is considered as a language of life? Why the DNA is considered as a language of life? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I'll give you the reason. The DNA is considered as a language, yes, okay, because it is responsible for controlling every human behavior, intelligence, color, and so on. Idara, God bless you. God bless you, Idara. God bless you, Idara Friday. God bless you for me, Idara. Ah, God bless you, Idara. Excellent, correct. The DNA is considered as a language of life because all the behavior and everything that we are doing, the color of skin, the way you talk, the way you do things, the way you behave, the character, if you have a good character, is because of your DNA. If you have a bad character, is because of your DNA. If you are brilliant and intelligent, is because of your DNA. Smartness is also controlled by DNA. So that is why the DNA is considered as a language of life, because everything that we are doing is controlled by our DNA. So DNA is considered as a language of life because everything that we know that we are doing, if we are tall, is because of your DNA. If we are short, is because of your DNA. So what make us even differ from one another is because of the DNA. Some can easily get anger, some are short, some are tall, some are brilliant. So everything is because of our DNA. So that is why it is considered as a language of life. Everything that we are doing is due to our DNA, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you appreciate this. And now let me ask you a question. Can you tell me where we can get DNA in human? Can you tell me where we can get DNA in human? I'm not talking about where we can get it in. I'm talking about where can we get DNA in human. Is it in the liver? Is it in the kidney? Is it in the brain? Is it in the skin? Is it in our hairs? Is it? That is the question. Someone said in the blood, someone said in the liver. Ah. All part of the body since it is control everything. So you are also trying every cell in our body, every cell, every cell in our body there is DNA. We have DNA everywhere. We have it in the kidney, we have it in the blood, we have it in the brain, we have it everywhere. We have DNA. It's not only in hairs, it's not only in tears, it's not only in saliva. The reason why you see that in most cases, the reason why in most cases, especially for forensic analysis, we heard about DNA from saliva, from skin, from urine, from hair, is because they are easily accessible. Because you don't need, if you want to get DNA, to harvest somebody brain, to remove somebody kidney, to remove somebody liver. Because if you can get it, you can get it from the saliva, you can get it from the hairs. But now the question is, the DNA in the kidney and the DNA in the brain and the DNA in the muscles and the DNA in the skin, are they the same? Are they the same? Okay, Fats, you can go. Please, I want to say something for those of you that are yet to join to my YouTube channel, especially those that are interested in my physiology, in physiology. I'm taking two physiology courses. That is the human physiology 225, human physiology 227, human physiology okay 225, 227, and then anatomy, as well as the as well as okay, yes, anatomy, physiology courses, and biostatistics. So if you're interested in some of my videos on that, as well as our tutorial, I will advise you to try as much as possible to try to join to my YouTube channel. I'm advising you because time is going. Try as much as possible to have access to all those videos so that at least you will appreciate more of what you are doing, so that at least at the end you'll not regret, because all the videos are self-explanatory, and also at the same time. Okay, Mima, Ada, what do you mean by statistics? Okay, sir. So apart from biochemistry, I'm doing tutorial for four other courses on this YouTube. Yes, I encourage you to register with either the 4,000 or 1,500. That is the minimum. But if you access with 4,000, because we used to have time to solve past question papers. I solve past question paper, especially close to exam time. In fact, even now on the YouTube, there are a lot of videos that are all that I made. Specifically, I would just take first question paper and solve. So there are a lot of videos on that. I think I sent you for some of the biostatistics. So that's why I'm encouraging you to try as much as possible to register with the YouTube channel so that at least you can have access to all those videos. What I do in those videos is I take the materials, that is the courseware, and then I make the video from them so that at least you can always play, watching and seeing everything with demonstration, feel and everything. So that's why I'm encouraging those that are really want to enjoy the videos and also want to pass the examination as easy as possible. if possible, to try to register with the YouTube channel. And to register with the YouTube channel, you will see join. So click on the join. There are packages for 751,500 and 4,000. So the higher you go, the more access you will have the video. Have subscribed, sir. I couldn't get the calculation of biostatistics and biochemistry. The problem is that I have a WhatsApp group. I have a WhatsApp group where we are doing the tutorial. So, like for example, I think tomorrow in the I think it's human physiology 227, sorry, 225. The reason why you did it, if are you on my WhatsApp, Fisayo, if you are not on my WhatsApp group, because we have WhatsApp group where we have a timetable. So every day I will send a video. So after sending the video, then I will give you like 10 hours for all of you to watch. Then after watching, then I will just be asking questions, or to have a similar live discussion like this. I will send a videos, then I will ask them to watch. So after watching, then we come back and we discuss. So if you say, I think if you didn't get them, you can. So if you say if you didn't get those calculations, I think maybe maybe you are not active in the WhatsApp group. That might be the reason. But you can talk to me after this class. I will send you the calculations on biostatistics. Yeah, if you're interested, Edeki, what you are going to do, even from this YouTube, you will see joint. So click on the joint and you will see different packages. So use your ATM and register. You will see cut. So if you check your ATMs, you have very long cut. So those cut, you put them and then you add the expiry date, and after the expiry date, then you add the CVC. The CVC is usually found uh, so that is what I want you to do. If you want to join the WhatsApp group, you can chat me. I will send you the link so that you can join. But the most important thing, even if you join the WhatsApp group, if you are not a member, you may not have access to the videos. So, ladies and gentlemen, actually, I realized that I don't have charge on my system, and I left my computer charger in the office. So, I think we are going to stop here. Okay, what is the answer? Yes, the DNA is a language of life. Okay, I think I asked question about, if you don't know how to join, maybe you can chat me off. I can link you off with somebody so that to help you and do it. So what I here, ladies and gentlemen, the DNA are the same. The DNA are the same. You have the DNA in the mitochondria. You have the DNA. Sorry, the DNA of all part of the body. They are all the same. Because why is it that they are all the same? Is because how this DNA come from. Remember, sperm cell and egg cells joined together to produce a zygote, and a zygote is a single cell that contain DNA. So these two cells join together to produce a zygote, and this zygote contains single DNA. So it is the zygote that will divide into two, from 2 into 4, from 4 into 8, from 8 into 16, from 16. So that is how it keep dividing. I think for those of you that are members, we are coming to discuss. I think we'll come to a point where we are going to discuss embryology. where we have egg cell and sperm joined together to produce a zygote. From zygote, we have morula. From morula, we have blastula, and then we have embryo. So I think, no, I think, Janet, you can scroll down. When you scroll down, you will see 1,500 and you will also see 4,000. So you can scroll down. So we are coming to embryology, where we'll see that the DNA, they are all the same, but what makes them differ from one another is a gene expression. That is differential gene expression. So we are coming to that. We are going to discuss that in anatomy. Yes, the DNA are found everywhere. It is everywhere. It is in the kidney, it is in the liver, it is in the brain, it is in our eyes, it is in our mouth. Everywhere in our body we have DNA. And all the DNA, they are all the same. But why is it that the DNA in a kidney, sorry, why is it that the kidney is different from brain, and the brain is different from pancreas, and the pancreas is different from the muscles? And do you know that is the DNA that make the liver the way it is? It is the DNA that make the brain appears the way it is. It is the DNA. Okay, Chai, you are welcome. So, Chai, what you did here, you just, it appears like you dash me 2,000. You dash the YouTube 2,000, or you dash me 2,000. I mean, why are you late today? So that's what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. So you should understand that we are, I think, because as I said, I don't have, my charger is not here, so that is why I can't connect the charger now. So what we are going to do, I think we are going to stop here, and in the next, maybe tomorrow, we are going to continue from where we stop. But to understand fully how that is human development, the human development, you need to have an understanding of the embryology, and we are going to do that in anatomy. We are going to do that in anatomy. So Tina, I don't know the problem, but sometimes if you want to have access, the videos are there in the YouTube. What we are going to do, just go to my YouTube channel. When you go to the YouTube, you will see playlist. So click on the playlist. You will see a lot of videos on the chemistry of macromolecules, microbiology, physiology, chemistry. So you just click on physiology. You see all the videos related to physiology. Then you choose the one that you want to watch, you play it. You'll also see videos on biostatistics. There is a playlist where we have biostatistics. Click on that and it will give you access. So please, I'm encouraging you. I am encouraging you to try as much as possible. No, you don't need to pay for biochemistry. If you are my student, like most of you here are my students, so biochemistry is free. You will have access to all the videos in biochemistry. They are all free. I'm just talking about the 4 other courses if you want to have access to them. But biochemistry is free for all of you. It's free. It's just that if you want to have access to biostatistic videos, you want to have access to physiology, you want to have access to anatomy, access to okay, I enjoy watching the video by TV. Thank you, sir. Okay, thank you very much, Aisha Rabiu Ali. So please keep watching them. I know that you will enjoy them. Yes, for biochemistry, you have a videos for you to watch, and those that are under my tutorial group, I will also send you a video on human physiology 225 that we are going to discuss tomorrow. Yeah. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to stop here. See you next. Bye bye.